On this show, we bring together members of our OG family and the community to discuss topics that are important to all of us before, during, and after the pandemic. Today, we'll be talking to a group of young entrepreneurs. These are amazing kids with their own businesses, all doing good in the world. So let's meet our young entrepreneurs right now. First, we have Alina. Alina Morse is a 15-year-old CEO and founder of Zollicandy. She comes to us from Michigan. Zollicandy is an internationally sold candy with almost 26,000 stores. And also, it's good for your teeth, which I want to hear so much more about, and I'm sure everyone else does too. Hi, Alina, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and I love your earrings. We were talking about earrings before, so show everyone your earrings.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. Just like Zollicandy, we love rainbows, so.
Next, we're welcoming Brandon and Sebastian Martinez. Brandon and Sebastian, you actually know Alina.
Yeah.
Before we get into your introduction, tell everyone how you know her.
Yes. A couple years ago, we were invited by Good Morning America to do, they had a little shark tank where Damon John came and we would just give him our sales pitch. So we went there and we just met her and we were like, wow.
Is this the first time you've been reunited since?
Yeah.
Here's a picture from when we got the trophies in Good Morning America.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
And that's how tiny we were.
I was wearing glasses.
Oh,
I look.
Alina,
What?
that's you.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm wearing a tiara. I don't know where that came from.
Last but not least, let's welcome our last guest. You should have been on Good Morning America. Charlie Kobdish is a 13-year-old. He is from Dallas, Texas, and he is the founder, president, and CEO of Charlie's Treats, which I'm hungry every time I hear about your treats, Charlie. Charlie's Treats is a spiced pecan snack company, and they're all made by hand in his kitchen. Welcome, Charlie.
Thank you.
So since we ended with you, Charlie, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got this idea to start your own business.
Well, I love to cook, and I decided one day to kind of combine a few things that I liked. I knew I wanted to start a business because I was tired of doing chores and boring stuff. So I kind of combined the two, and I don't know about Michigan or Florida, but in Texas, pecans are a huge thing. And so I decided to kind of combine those three things and came up with this. And at first I did not think it would be a very big business. I thought of it as a hobby. And then 3 years later, it's this.
Tell us how big your business has gotten for those that don't know.
Well, we've done about $35,000 in sales. We were at the state fair and we've done a bunch of interviews. Haven't been on Good Morning America, still waiting for that. But I was on several news channels and OnlyGood TV. And we go to farmers markets and do a lot of big corporate orders and whatnot. So, it's a fairly big business.
And also, do you say pecans or pecans? There's a huge debate sometimes over it.
Pecan.
Most people I know say pecans, but I think the southern way of saying it is actually
Pecans, southern. What about Miami?
Pecan.
I just call it pecans.
Yeah. Charlie, tell us one cool fact about your company that we may not know.
We auditioned for Shark Tank. I don't know if you knew that. That didn't end well, but
Oh no.
yeah.
Nothing with Shark Tank ever ends well.
Alina, since we're talking to you, tell us about your business, your family, and if you have one cool fact about your company.
Yeah, so Zollicandy is an all-natural, sugar-free candy company that actually cleans your teeth. I came up with the idea when I was 7 years old on a trip to the bank with my dad. The bank teller offered me a lollipop, and my dad always told me, you shouldn't have candy because sugar is terrible for your teeth. So I asked him, well, why can't we make a healthy lollipop that's good for my teeth so I could have candy and it wouldn't be bad for me? Then after about 2 years of research and plant trials and lots of taste testing, we finally created Zollicandy. And we've been selling for about 4.5 years, nearly 5 actually. I've had over 400 million media impressions. And yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It really is that a 7-year-old came up with that idea is probably the thing that impressed me most. And now here you are at 15, still going strong, right? And it's only going to grow from here. Is there one, I mean, I feel like a candy that cleans your teeth is a cool fact in and of itself, but is there another cool fact that we may not know?
Well, I was the youngest person on the cover of Entrepreneur magazine in 2018. And so that was really, really cool. Kind of a dream come true, you know, to be on, you know, such a large publication.
Brendan and Sebastian, tell us about your company and your family. And if you have one cool fact about your company, we'd love to hear it.
I'll tell you how we got started. I used to have, and I still have, a passion for cool and funky socks. And my grandma used to bring me socks, cool funky socks, every single day. And my mom had this really good idea. She was like, why don't you just make your own socks? And then big brain idea. So I went to the table and started getting my crayons, paper, and everything, and just started designing socks. And 1 year later, we manufactured socks at a manufacturing company in Guatemala. That's where we became a hobby to a business. And there we started going to events. We made our own website. And then my brother tagged along as a director of sales, or DOS.
Yeah, I came into the company because the first time my brother went to go sell at Sesame Step, which is a local shoe store down here, he was really shy and wouldn't approach anyone. He was scared and shy because he was also like 5 at the time.
I was going to say he's 5, so I would be scared.
I wasn't that much of a people person.
Yeah, and I was 7.
It's hard to be a people person at 5.
Yeah. And I was 7, you know, I knew how to talk to you, like, hi, everyone, would you like to buy these socks, you know?
So one cool fact about our business is that we've raised over $300,000 for charitable contributions towards cancer research. And some of the charities we've worked with like Stand Up to Cancer, Big Brothers Big Sisters, Special Olympics, and many more. And that's one really cool fact about our company.
That's a really cool fact. And that's a lot of money to give to charity. Does anyone else's organization or company, have they donated to charities?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Totally. Go ahead.
So we give 5% of our profits to a local charity. We've given mostly to businesses, nonprofits. Like this year, we're giving to a pet orphanage. Last year, we gave the money to a charity called White Rock Center of Hope, which helps out, you know, families in need and that sort of thing.
So from a give back perspective, from the very beginning of Zollicandy, we committed to give 10% of our profits to support oral health education in schools across America. And it teaches kids about, you know, oral health care, entrepreneurship, and really that kids can do anything. You know, from the very beginning of the company, during my research, I found that tooth decay is actually the single greatest epidemic facing kids in America today, according to the U.S. Surgeon General. And, you know, seeing that, reading that, and kind of investigating on why this happens and how this happens, it's, you know, tooth decay happens for a couple main reasons. One being, you know, kids don't have access to proper dental care, or low-income families don't, you know, look at oral health care as a priority. With Zollicandy, I wanted to create, you know, a program where it was free. Kids can get it in their school, where they learn about math and reading and science, and now they can learn about taking care of their smiles and, you know, how they can become an entrepreneur.
Very, very ambitious, and also the amount of people you're helping is obviously incredibly impactful. So really, truly amazing work, Alina. Amazing.
Thank you.
So since school was brought up, let's talk a little bit about the pandemic and some of the changes that have happened to you as kids and also as business owners. So Charlie, I'm going to start with you. What has it been like for you being in quarantine as a kid and also as a CEO of your own business? Has there been a lot of changes for you?
Well, what we've had to do is kind of adapt. So there's more regulations that we have to follow now, health-wise. Business in general has not been as good. mostly because we haven't been doing farmers markets.
So business hasn't been that great, but we still are getting some sales online at our website. And with quarantine with us, it's kind of peaceful until we start getting a little bit competitive.
Yes, I would think so.
Drawing,
Go ahead.
and just even playing video games, you kind of get some competitive.
I win all the time.
That's what he always says, but that's not true.
I do
It's
win.
not true, right?
No.
It is true.
When it comes to personnel, we have a very small team, but we're all, eat, sleep, breathe Zollicandy. We were fortunate enough to stay open because we are essential food and beverage. So I think, we're super grateful that we could keep working, keep trying to be better. For example, we launched our new line of products in quarantine. We have our new Zolli Ball Pops, which are you can kind of see in the package there, different than the normal flat pops. And then our Zolli Caramels and Zolli Gummies, as well as our new flavors. We have blue raspberry, watermelon, peach, and green apple. So we've gotten to launch new products, which has been very exciting. And we've also, been looking into a lot more online retailers, so CVS.com, for example, we got not only our caramels in store, but online because, people are looking for that alternative option.
I'd love to hear one thing that you learned about yourself as a kid and as a business owner in the last few months.
Something I learned about the business is that business is not always booming. So you also have to make plans for the future. Like if something goes bad, you always have to have a plan B, something to help you keep afloat.
One thing I've learned about my business is the importance of accounting because I had accidentally typed in an extra zero when I was doing some math on our profits, and it made it look like we had lost so much money.
Yes, numbers are so important, aren't they, with business? Yeah. Alina.
You got to treat your team right. Whether that's, buying them lunch a couple times a week or, whatever. You just have to, really appreciate the people that are working so hard, for your dream. And I think now I realize that is even more important.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Hopefully something you heard here resonated and helped make your day or your life a little bit better and a little bit brighter. Thank you all so much. That was awesome.
Thank you.